Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we are going to rig 2 jigs. And one we're going to rig with 2 single hooks. The other, we're going to be rigging with 2 double hooks. What we're going to do is separate this video. Okay, so this is pretty much the same intro for both of them. And then after that, we'll just split the video and then do the tandem and then do doubles. But if you're new to the channel, by the way, this channel talks about the hows and whys of fishing. We cover everything from big game, ultralight, everything in the middle, including fly fishing. And today I'm showing you how to rig a Deepliner spy 2 ways. So one with a double hook, 2 double hook rigs, and then one with a single hook rig for both ends. All right, so let's get started. I think the easier one for this would be to rig this. The tandem is definitely the easier of the two. We're gonna be using this for the doubles. This is 180 pound PE 30, and it is a PE core line. Actually kind of thin for 180, which is pretty cool. All right, so this has a PE insert which we will use for the back, and then for the front we are going to be using one with the fluorocarbon insert. We will measure, actually we have to choose which ones we're gonna rig first. I'm gonna rig this one first here, and the panda color will rig later on. All right, so and I haven't chosen the hook yet, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be using. And it will be, actually in this bag right here. All right, so this is the capacity of these hooks are actually 50 pounds. And what's good with this is that they're actually pretty thin. So do that. This is the Jigger Light JF25, and I need 4 of these. So this is the 7/0 size. All right, so back hook again. What we're gonna do is we are going to go as per usual. We will make the knot. Okay. And then bring the end till it balls up, kind of long with this one. Okay, have that little ball right there. That's perfect. While we're here, let's do the other one. That way it's just fast, and then burn that, because you just want this as a stopper. You don't want the volume to increase as much as you can. Okay, there we go. What we want for this is to make this as short as we can. We want that length, so I'm not gonna go past. Okay, there we go. Okay, now our line. There we go. Cinch this down tight. You have to be very precise with this. The shorter you do this, the more precise and tight things should be. because you only have that to hold the stuff. But I guarantee you, if you could make this as short as possible, your hookup ratio is going to go up dramatically. Your fish holding as well. There we go. Okay, you can see that the position of this actually kind of went down because of the force that I'm applying. So take note when you're doing stuff like this, it has to be super tight. Now, you have to be very careful of these things. They're super, super sharp. And what I like about this is that it is very, very thin. You don't need coating for this. As soon as the fish grabs it, it just bites. It's a very, very good hook. Okay. Do the other. Okay. This is very scary because it is very sharp. So I will try and clip this so that at least there's a margin of safety. Okay, now again, I'm gonna super glue this, and I'm gonna super glue them in a batch. So most of the videos you'll see that I don't really do anything with the gluing bit. Okay. So I am hiding the tag ends over here. You don't really see them. Now what we do is put the solid ring. But you can see that this is actually done pretty neat here. See? And this will be right here. So these things are gonna be pretty long. Okay, so take a solid ring. And usually what I do, just to give this a little bit of an oomph, is actually offset the hooks. And what I mean by offset is like that. Okay, so they're not equal. And what happens is, let me do this, and then after that I'll show you guys. All right. So we want a lot of reach for this, so we are going to bind them a different way. All right. So for this, what we want is one on top here, and the other is going to be on the bottom, like that. Okay. And then I will take my cord. Well, not cord, but my okay, so offset right there. So let me just finish up, and then I'll show you exactly what this is all about. Okay, so these are offset rigged, and what we're gonna put on the other one also would be offset. Okay, so let me zoom out so that you can see this. All right, so this is the back hook. And rig it at the back so you guys can see clearly exactly what we're trying to do here. Okay, so as you can see, all right, so one is occupying a different space for here. So basically, if you have 4 of these, you will have spaces where normally the hooks are not in. And that gives you an advantage, obviously, because if the fish is going to grab somewhere up here, there's one hook. If it grabs in the middle, there's one hook. If it grabs where there's 2 hooks, it's dinner. All right, so now let's go ahead and rig the top hook. It's going to be a little bit different, but pretty much it's going to be about the same way that we're doing the offset. It's just that it has a fluorocarbon core. Okay, time to put a thread base. Okay. I always get nervous when we're at the point where we do the second hook. I have been hooked by accident so many times, and there's kind of a phobia. So I always look for ways to actually lessen the risk. And I've found that these clips help so much if you can get them on. Sometimes it's proving to be a bit more difficult than... There we go. There. Okay. So just as long as it's out of the way, Sometimes you have to be creative with these things. What I'm trying to do here is just get it to where it will hold, and sometimes just so you can get the angle you need, you have to use stuff like tape, and it's a small price to pay than bleeding. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm pushing against the hook here with my thumb so that I can apply a lot of pressure on the binding, and the hook won't move. Okay. Okay. There we go. Just springs back and it's not damaged at all. Now we put a solid ring on this, and then I can go ahead and show you how everything looks. All right, we are going to zoom out so you guys can see. Again, offset, and it's the same. One long, one short, just like that. Now, these are not available anymore, okay? So, I made my own out of wood, and it works exactly the same way. There we go, okay? And actually, I'm gonna measure this and see. Okay, so kind of difficult to show you guys this, but that's perfect. That length that I took, very important. Okay, so we will loop this. Okay, again, it's the front, so we can afford to make it a bit different. So this is the puller that goes with this. And as you can see, it's also bigger. Now, what we do is take our thread, then also wrap it around Okay. See this? So at first you're just binding randomly, and then you can be a bit more precise with your next binds, so it looks neat. And you want it to look neat. There we go. Now we will tighten. Okay. And then we cut. Okay. I'm going to show you how it looks like. So you can see that. Okay. Now, if one isn't aligned, all you have to do is just kind of twist it around like so that it aligns itself. Okay. Now, we rig to the jig. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this like how I'm doing now, because now that they're assist hooks, it's so easy for you to let go of the jig, and actually the weight of the jig will drive the hook into your hand, and that has happened a few times. So there we go. Your hooks there. Okay. And then see that, and it won't really snag. See, there's no way for it to snag even if the hooks meet. There we go. So that is how to rig offset hooks for your Deepliner Spy. All right. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll answer them if I could answer them. Obviously, I don't know everything. Yeah, reactions, share if you care, the usual bit. If you haven't yet, give it a thumbs up, and again, subscribe if you haven't, so that each time we publish these videos, and I'm hoping that these are going to be very useful for a lot of people, so that when we publish, you get notified. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class is missed.